I mean, they're not gonna work.
Okay, so today we're working on scientific notation using calculators. Guys, please be quiet. We have started taking notes and I've also started recording. Sometimes exponents are written differently. So, for example, sometimes it is written as it will be in your calculator 3.4e5, which is the same thing as 3.4 times 10 to the 5th, or 340,000. The e in this case represents the exponent and replaces the times 10. So would you also type in the times 10 in your calculator? Yes, no? No, it replaces it. So in your calculator, you would type 3.4, and then you would hit EXP down by the decimal point, then hit 5, and hit the equal sign. So when you get done typing or writing, I want you to try that. Anybody type it into their calculator yet? What'd you get, Stag? Good. Anybody else may not get 340,000 and need me to help them? Anybody need help before I move on to the next slide?
I had to get up at 6.
Okay, so these are just some examples. You don't have to write all these down, but some examples of numbers expressed in scientific notation. $20 would be written as 2 times 10 to the first, 200, 2 times 10 to the second. 501 would be written as 5.01 times 10 to the second, and so on and so forth. Moving on, we're going to work on addition and subtraction now. So in your calculator, you're going to solve 5.4 times 10 to the third plus 6.000 times 10 to the fourth. And then we're going to write the answer in scientific notation. So to put that in your calculator, I'll give you a couple minutes to write, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what to type into your calculator. Okay, in your calculator, you're going to type 5.4 exp 3 plus 6 exp 4 equals. Anybody want to tell me what they got? 65,400, but we have to write that in scientific notation. Anybody want to tell me what they think it is in scientific notation? Okay, 6.5 times 10 to the 4th. Why didn't I include the 4? Sid?
Because you go off how many numbers or whatever that 5.4 has.
Yeah, so how many sig figs are in 5.4? 2. How many sig figs are in 6.000? 4, because they're after the decimal point, but you have to go with the lowest, right? The lowest amount of sig figs is 2. So we have to drop the 4 and round to 6.5 times 10 to the 4th. Any questions about that and where the sig figs came from? Anybody need help putting that into your calculator? Okay, what about subtraction? Let's do, I'll make it bigger so that you can see it a little easier. We're going to solve 8.90 times 10 to the negative 7th minus 2.5 times 10 to the negative 4th and write the answer in scientific notation. And I just told you wrong on the last one because it's in addition, it's however many, the least number of digits after the decimal point, right? I was thinking multiplication. So it's still the same answer, but you go how many are after the decimal point. So make sure for this one when you're typing it in that you don't put the minus for the negative. You have to actually put the negative. So we're going to type in 8.9 exponent negative 7 minus 2.5 exponent negative 4 equals. So what are the least number of digits after the decimal point in either 8.90 or 2.5? 1. So we can only have how many digits after the decimal point since we're doing subtraction? 1. So anybody want to tell me what answer they got? Just 2.5? What about negative 2.5 times 10 to the 4th? Did your calculator say negative? Okay, so then we need to make sure that we include that negative in our answer. Any questions about addition or subtraction or sig figs in addition and subtraction? Okay, multiplication and division. If you start on these in your calculator, you have to put the parentheses for multiplication and division. And so for these, because we're on multiplication and division now, we're going by total number of sig figs, not after the decimal point, just total number. And we're writing your answer. Okay, so for the multiplication problem, you're going to enter in your calculator a parenthesis, 3 exponent 4, parenthesis, times, parenthesis, 2 exponent 2, parenthesis, equals. You may say that again?
Yes.
So parenthesis, 3 exponent 4, parenthesis, times, parenthesis, 2 exponent 2, parenthesis. Can you do it one more time? So what's my answer in standard notation? 6 million. How many sig figs do we need? 2 sig figs. So 6.0 times 10 to the 6th. Okay, for division, same thing. You have to enter the parentheses. So I want you to try to enter. Do you need me to go do it again, or can you do this one by yourself, you think? You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it and let's see if we get it right. If it's what? So you go by total number of sig figs. Then you round. Okay, what we get in standard notation? Okay, so in standard notation, we got 37,647.05882, right? Anybody need help getting there? How many sig figs can we have? 2, because we're doing division, so we can have 2 total sig figs. So what's our coefficient going to be? No. 3 point what? 3.8. $3.8 times 10 to the fourth, because you have 37,000, but then the next number is a 6, so you have to round that 7 up to 8. 3.8 times 10 to the fourth.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.